Gavin Todd, are you ready? Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Seth Burgett is ready. Wow, I wasn't even talking to you, but
Oh,
he's ready. Seth was the last one I talked to last night, and the 14th person I've talked to this morning. Seth, welcome. Good to see you, man. Hello, hello, hello. Siame! What's up, dude?
I'm doing good. What's up?
What's up, man? Let's see. Waiting on a couple cameras. Mason, hello. Malachi Watts, late addition to the SC2 Alliance. Welcome, sir. Good to
You
see
too,
you.
man. Glad to be here.
Hey, somebody didn't step up over the weekend, and Malachi was ready. Take a spot, man. That's awesome. Abby Rivera, welcome. Good to see you. Garrison, hello, sir.
What's up, Ben? How we
The
doing today?
flow is I'm good, man. It's packed right now. It's ready to come
Yeah,
out.
it's ready. It's ready to come back
When
out. Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's a little wet, it's probably, contained a
It's
little
more,
bit,
it's
and
more
then it starts
contained.
to
Yeah,
expand kind of throughout
yeah.
the next 15, 20 minutes. Kendra, good to see
Absolutely.
you. Hello.
As Garrison sells more, the hair just kind of.
That's
The hair will
right.
still.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's like a
Hi.
it's Hey, you remember those what is it, those chia pets that you could
Yeah, the
buy on
Chia
like
Pet.
yeah. All right, these
yeah,
guys are
yeah,
hard,
yeah.
bro. These guys
Yeah,
are on
we
my
should
head
get a
already.
It
Garrison Chia
grows
Pet.
it grows an inch every 30 days. It's like, just keep popping up a little bit. Bella, hello. Reagan Wilkinson, hello. Good to see you. Colin Cook. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Going on, Mr. J.
Moises. Cassie, hello. Trent Baldwin, Haley. Carson, I know you're on almost to a demo. We won't see you this morning, but that's okay. You let me know. Colton Bradley, Sweeney, hello. Rosalind, hello. Mason, hello. Let's see, who am I missing? Aiden, hello, sir. Parker Harris, hello. Daniel Keegan, hello, sir. Cameron Coughlin, hello, sir. All right, let's rock and roll. Thumbs up. Everybody can hear me okay? Awesome. I want to start, guys, with a thank you. If you've got notes in front of you, write that down. That is not from me, but it's from you. It's from your future self. Your future self is going to thank you for the money that you put in your bank account, the energy and time that you spend. AJ, welcome. Good to see you, man. The time that you spend as a part of this alliance. You're going to be around, Donnie, what up, dude? You're going to be around some great people and you're going to get impacted. Hey, Kayla, you're going to get impacted by some great people and influences during the push. But it's not going to be easy. Okay. There's going to be some challenges, and we're going to work through those challenges. We're going to work through the time of the next 18 days together. But I want to start with just a quick thank you for your energy and time that you're going to put in, not from me, not from our managers. We do appreciate it, and we're really excited to work with you. I guarantee you we will give more than you will give, though. I guarantee you your manager will be spending more energy and time. Think about it. You go through one or two ups and downs a day, right? Four or five ups and downs a day, whatever you went through. Your manager goes through it with every single rep that they're coaching, right? So the emotional swings, the coaching, the mentorship, the calls, all of that, right? It's like multiplied and amplified based on how many people that they're working with. So we appreciate you, but you need to appreciate yourself and also the process and the journey. We'll talk about that a little bit more in during the push. I want to start with a couple of quick updates, and then I'm going to get into some instruction. How we will organize our morning calls is we'll typically have instruction first, and then we'll jump into some quick updates. Okay. If we're on a regional call, tomorrow will be a regional call. We'll go instruction from the regional call. We'll come over to our divisional workshop. We'll cover a couple updates from our teams, and then we'll go into phoning. If we're on our divisional, we'll do it reverse. We'll hit some updates point wise, things that we need to knock out, team announcements, that type of thing. Then we'll go into instruction. If that's cool with you, thumbs up, good, good. We've got a lot that we pack in the mornings into 30 minutes. So please be on time, ready to rock and roll. Your points also depend on that. Okay, here is a quick update. Some of you guys have seen this sheet, some of you have not. We will be tracking this. You've probably felt, obviously, it's the SC2 push. We're going to be tracking things at a different speed, maybe than you're typically used to. So just be ready to be responsive and get updates to your captains. I just want to loop you guys into what we're using to track all of this. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. Is that um, Siami, don't get too close to the screen, man. I don't want to hurt your eyes, okay? This is a quick breakdown, okay, of each team. Out of our, I'll show you something kind of cool, okay? This right here, if I go like this, down on the bottom right, it counts 54, okay? There are eight things that are noted team eight, so 54 minus eight. What does that give us? Parker Harris, mathematician. What does that give us? 54 minus 8.
6.
How many?
You said 54 minus 8?
54 minus 8.
Yeah. Oh, 46.
46. So we got 46 people, okay, that are in this group, okay? There are 38 Zoom screens on right now. There are some days where some specific people have some excused absences, okay? We have those noted and we have a spot where our managers know about that. If there's an excused absence, they won't be deducted from their points, okay? But if it's an unexcused absence, it'll be deducted from their points. We'll talk about the points here in a second, okay? The whole goal of this, right, is one word. It's to have some fun with this. I'm big on competition. Competition breeds a different level of energy that comes out of us. Okay. It's all in all, guys, it's a $15 buy-in. It's not that big of a deal. It's a $900 payout, $600 to team one, $300 to team two. Basically, the third team will get their money back and a couple bucks more. Okay. Maybe buy a Moe's burrito with it. Okay. So the whole goal is to place in one of those top two spots for the push in one of your teams, and you'll make some cash and have a nice little bet. So first column here is $15 buy-ins. Out of our entire alliance, everybody has submitted with the exception of Seth and Reagan. That was as of I don't know, before the start of the meeting. Guys might have done that this morning. If you haven't and I haven't updated yet, please make sure that that gets taken care of. Um, the rest of this gives an update per day. Okay. So we'll give updates. So like today, you can earn points. Okay. How do we earn points? Okay. The ways that we earn points are the following. Okay. For your team, here's the ways that you earn points for your team. So going into the push, if you had 15 demos lined up, you earn a point. If you had 20, you get a second point. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Every additional managers, is this correct? Every additional 5 is 2 points?
Yeah, I did my math wrong for my team. We should have more points.
We might need to update that. We might need to update that. I think some of y'all did 1. That's okay. We'll update
Yeah.
it. So every additional 5 was 2. So for example, if you had 20 booked last night, I think Parker finished up with 20. Parker, you'll get 3 plus 2. Okay. So you'll get 5 points for having 20 ahead. Okay. If you had 25, Carson Yates had 25 or 26 ahead. Okay. You'll get 3, 2, 2. You'll get 7 for your team going in. Okay. Nice little addition there to start the push. So we got people already earning points for their team. Captains, please make sure those are updated as I'm going through and walking through this with everybody. Every 500 CPO sold in a day earns a point. So if you sell 1,500 bucks for the day, for example, for today, your team will earn 3 points at the end of the day. We do all of the point updates at the end of the day, all the captains, so we can clearly see where each team is throughout the push. Every 20 recs that you get, so let's say you get 40 recommendations today on your 4 appointments, you'll get an additional 2 points. So every 20 recs is 1 point. Okay. So if you get 100 recommendations in the day, right, you can see how that adds up real quick. That's 5 points. Okay. We book 2 appointments in the morning. Hold up a 2 for me. That's what we want to book each morning. Our mission is to book 2 appointments each morning. 20 calls, book 2. You do that, you'll earn a point for your team. If you additionally add 2 more appointments booked throughout the day, whenever it is, it could be at lunch, it could be in between, it could be a no-show that you sit down and you make calls. If you get to 4 appointments booked for the day, you'll get another point. So get 2 in the morning, or let's say in the morning you get 3 and then you get 1 more throughout the day, bam, you got another point. Okay. Our mission is to be booking 4 new appointments per day each day. That's a big focus. 5 booked at the Wednesday team meeting gives you a point. How many at the Wednesday team meeting? We want to book at least 5. Okay. You book 10 at the Wednesday team meeting, you'll get additional points. Okay. Every 5, you get a point. if you're late to a morning slash late to a morning meeting slash not involved, what is not involved? I'll tell you what involved looks like in a second. Okay. But if your captain feels like you are not bringing it in the morning, you're going to have a -2 for your team. Okay. The whole point is you got to show up, man. If you don't show up, you can't win, right? If you don't take the shot, you don't have a shot to make it, right? So if you're late in the morning or you're not engaged in some way, shape, or form, what does not engaged look like? Cameras off. You look like you like just rolled out of bed. You're like asleep, right? Like we don't want those people in the alliance. That's not a good fit for anybody. That's not going to bring up the culture that we want to bring in our organization, right? Like we'll talk about what that looks like a little bit more in a second. Miss morning meeting, if you miss it, like you just oversleep and it's unexcused, you get a -5 because that's just a miss. Like think about in real life, like when you got kids and you got responsibilities and you got like this, big boy job and yeah, big girls too, right? Like this can't do that, right? That's not gonna work. Okay. So we got to operate. Now, here's an additional issue, an additional piece of this. Okay. Every PR that you launch during the push will gain you an additional 5 points on your team. So you recommend somebody to your team and they get launched from training, you'll get 5 points. And all of their CPO counts for your team as well for their first weekend. So let's say Garrison recommends his friend to the job. Garrison gets 5 points on Friday when the rep launches. Let's say that rep sells 3 grand first weekend, Garrison. Garrison's going to earn an additional 6 points for his team. That rep could get on the alliance, but they have to get approved to get on the alliance. But we're going to count their first weekend CPO for that team because of the work Garrison did to get that rep on the team. This is a way to help build our organization through the push. There are some of you that are like, damn, I'm going to be on this trip for 4 days and I'm not going to be I got this. Great. Launch a PR and you just got another 5, 6, 7, 8 points for your team added from first weekend, right? Braxton, we were talking about this. That's a way that you could impact your team, right? So things to think about. Those are the ways we earn and lose points. There will be additions that we'll throw out as well. I'm going to pause there for a second. Does anybody have any point questions on how that works? Good, good. Unmute and give me a verbal. Sounds awesome. Sounds good. Okay,
Sounds
great.
great,
Mason's
man.
throwing
Great.
fireworks.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Good.
Beautiful.
Sounds
Beautiful. Okay, cool. You guys ever sat in an exit row on an airplane? Yeah? And the flight attendant's like mad at you if you don't verbally respond, like, Zoe, 16A. Did you hear me? Yes or no? It's like that's what we need. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so that's the way we earn and lose points. Okay. So if we go team by team here, we have an update for our first way to earn points. Okay. If this is not filled in by the captain, it's not going to count when we go into the next day. We're not going back and updating things a day or two later. So you have one day. Okay. So captains, if you don't update it that day, your person doesn't put it in, you lose the points. We don't go back and update things. So just to be clear. So like this team, we've got Sweeney at 16. Alex is starting a phone gym today. Kendra, we don't have an update from you. I'm not going to take time on these meetings to do it, but you got to get that to your captain, Trent, so he can fill that in. Okay? You with me? So like however many demos you got. So get that to him so we can get that updated. Please, guys, work to get these updates in by the end of each day on your local pages. So you've got a small group that your WhatsApp has, and they're going to get updates from you. I know I might ask for things on the divisional group, the SC1, SC2 Alliance group, but please use your small groups to make sure your captains have this stuff in. Okay. So we've got point updates here. Quick look at this. We've got Team 3 earned 10, it looks like yesterday. Team 4, it looks like 8, 9 already on Team 4. Team 5 looks like 10, 15 earned on Team 5 yesterday. It looks like by a quick look, Team 5 is in the lead. Team 8's at 14. So we got some movers after day one where we are so far. Okay. Grab pen and paper I'm going to walk you through a few tips this morning on having an awesome SC2 push. I've coached people for this push for 18 years, and I've seen people be really successful for an SC2 push. I've also seen people have desire to be successful that didn't do something that I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to walk you through 10 tips to having a great SC2 push. I would also recommend whether you're using like a legal pad for notes or you've got a journal or you're using your computer and it's a note spot on your MacBook or whatever you're using, have one folder or one notebook where you keep all of your SC2 notes. You've got your journal entries, you've got your notes from things that you learn. It's a great spot to be able to look at and have 18 days of action-packed material all in one place to be able to look back at. Cool, thumbs up on that. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Number one, just giving you a second. Okay. Before I start into number one, I want to finish something that I said earlier and then I'll hit number one. I said I'll hit again how to have a successful morning, how to be engaged in our morning. I just ask in our mornings, guys, your camera's on, you're dressed for your demos for the day. What does that look like? Not rolling out of bed for our morning alliance call. Okay. You're dressed for your demos for the day. Okay. You're ready to rock. You're taking a ton of notes and do something to get your blood flowing in the morning before our morning alliance call. Okay. It could be that for you could be a quick mile run. It could be a workout in the morning in the gym. It could be 50 push-ups. It could be 15 burpees. I don't care what it is. Just do something to get your blood pumping before we get on this morning session. Thumbs up. Are those things that we can all accomplish? Good, good. We're going to bring more if we show up in that way to our morning sessions. Okay. We're going to be more successful in the morning in that way. Okay. Number one, understand this is a numbers game. Number one, my first tip for you is to understand this is a numbers game. It's not about one phone jam. It's not about one day of demos. It's about the consistent effort for 18 days. That's what this is about. Understand that it's a numbers game. Go ahead and make that decision in your mind that you recognize and you understand that. And there's going to be challenges, there's going to be triumphs, and there's going to be frustrations. Okay? So number one, understand it's a numbers game. It's going to take a lot of demos and a lot of phone calls to hit your goal. Okay? It's not going to happen on one phone call, one demo, one phone jam. Number two, do not, underline do not miss appointment slots. Do not miss appointment slots. You never get appointment slots back. You never get appointment slots back. You never get them back. Does anybody have a little niece, little girl niece? Okay. Haley, we're eating dinner. Janie walks out to go to the bathroom. She usually sometimes stops and waits, but she didn't. Okay. She kept walking. She turned the corner. When I got up, what do you think my stomach felt like when I couldn't see her and she was walking off to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't see where she was? How do you think I felt?
Probably nervous, scared, uneasy.
All of the things, super uneasy. I turned the corner, I didn't see her. It got worse. I went one hall, she wasn't there. It got worse. I went to the next hall, she wasn't there. It got worse. And then I found her in I didn't open the door, but somebody walked her out of the girls' bathroom. I usually take her in the boys' bathroom because that's where I need to go, right? I was freaking out for about 45 seconds. Okay. This happened on Friday. You don't want to feel that. That's the feeling you should feel when you don't have a demo slot filled. You should feel frustrated, anxious, nervous. You got to do everything to get, because we never get it back. If I were to lose Janie, I would never get her back. Okay? That's a totally different example. And I hope that none of us ever have to feel that. But if we take that sort of energy towards our demos, we're going to fill all of our slots. Okay. We never get it back. Be ruthless on the amount of calls that you make. Be ruthless on that because you can't get the appointment slot back. You don't want to get to the end of the push and have a trophy winner beat you by $16 because you could have booked another demo, right? We'll have it happen. We'll have it happen. Okay. This is your job. Your job during the push is not to sell Cutco. Selling Cutco will be a byproduct of you booking your demo slots. Okay. Your job is to make sure that you have your demo slots filled. Here should be our focus. Our focus should be to book 2 demos in the morning and 2 more demos throughout the day each day. We go bigger on Wednesday and Sunday phone jams. Okay. If we do that, our demo slots are going to be filled. It's very difficult. I'm not saying impossible, but very difficult. If you complete 40 demos to not sell $10,000 for the push. Very difficult. Very difficult. You have to try to be bad at selling Cutco to do 40 demos in the SC2 push and not sell 10 grand. So all you got to do is just make sure you hit 40 plus demos completed, you'll sell 10. I know a lot of you want to do a lot more than that. I know a lot of you want to sell 15, 20, 25,000. I get it. But I'm just giving you the basic numbers. Okay. A big part of not missing appointment slots is we got to make sure we crush our recommendations. Utilize our customer text program. And this replication and multiplication of demos is where it's at. We get 40 fresh recs today. Bam, we got 40 fresh leads. It's way easier to book our next 4 demos than it was to book them on yesterday's phone jam. Okay. Number three, make sure you have a schedule that includes the following: your number of slotted demos per day. If you only have that mapped out for week 1 today, I'm not talking in the middle of the day, I'm talking tonight after hours, after you can't call any customers. You should sit down and make sure your demo for week 2 is filled in. Week 3 is filled in. I need my demo slot slotted. I need my target times for phone calls. I need how many calls I'm going to make at each of those call sessions. This is something we probably in most cases already have by now. So I know I'm speaking to the choir, and most of you already have this mapped out. But if you don't, we need to take the time to get it mapped out. Okay. If you're a little late to the party on your planning. Okay. This concept of do 2, set 2, do 3, set 3, do 4, set 4. I need you to be in one of those categories. Okay. Some of you are in a category where you're doing 5, set, and 5. That's great. But you need to be in one of those categories. At the smallest category, you're in a do 2, set 2. Those are for like our collegiate athletes or somebody that works another job half the day. And then they're still on the alliance and they're doing 2, set, and 2. And they do 2, set 2 for 15 days out of the push. That's 30 demos completed. They're not guaranteed to sell 10 grand, but they have a shot. Your do 3, set 3, that's 45 demos completed. You're going to sell 10 grand for the push. Do 4, set 4, you're going to sell more than 10 grand. Okay, 15, 20. Do 5, set 5, you're going to sell 20K plus. Okay, so be in one of those categories and stick to it, man. Stick to it. That's huge. Number 4, track your stats. I see people make mistakes of not tracking their stats and they don't know where they're at. Okay, what does this look like? In your calendar, when you finish a phone jam, okay? When you finish a phone jam, you should write in your stats. Here are the stats that I would want to write down, okay? I would want to write down the following: how many calls you made, how many people you talked to, and how many people you booked. So if you were to go to Sunday yesterday and you were to look at how many people did I call, how many did I talk to, and how many did I book, that will very quickly tell you how you did in your phone jam. Cole, how many people did you call yesterday?
I called like what 10 people yesterday because I was late to the thing. I had other stuff going on.
Oh my God. Okay. So I made 10 phone calls on a Sunday. I am deeply sorry for his phone jam yesterday. But how many demos do you have going into the push?
I have 7 right now.
How many?
7.
You need more. He's got this is why he's behind. It's Sunday. We're supposed to make 150 calls. If that was the case, he should have made more on Thursday, Friday, Saturday leading up to it. He didn't. But here's the deal. This is a good example of this. Cole, how many calls did you plan on making yesterday?
Not that much. I'm out of town for the whole week.
Okay, all right. I'm picking on Cole here. I picked the wrong person for the example. But Cole, keep role playing this with me. Cole, when I go through and I finish my phone jam, I'm gonna put in my number calls, my number talked to, my number booked. And if I planned on making 100 phone calls and I go to write in 57, I'm gonna get back on the phone because I don't feel good about writing down something and being accountable to myself. You guys with me on this? So we got to track this. This is key. You got to track your set. And you need to know exactly where you are in CPO for the push at all times. So when you go into your second demo, you need to know exactly what your CPO, you need to be adding that. You need to be adding that to a T. Okay. You guys watch Christian do a push. He is anal about this. He knows exactly to the dollar amount, exactly what he's at. Okay. Any of our top reps, that's the deal. All right. Number 5. Share your schedule with the people that are closest around you that are going to be a part of support in some way, shape, or form, or lack thereof. If there's somebody that's not supportive of you and they're not supportive of what you're going for the push, they still need to know what your schedule is, okay? So that you have prepped them and told them what it was, so that when they get mad, you can at least say, hey, I did at least share this with you. Hey, it's okay if you don't respect it and you're not like supportive of me, but I at least want you to know. Okay. You made this decision that you're going out. They should know that. Okay. Whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, family, and you've also got accountability partners that are a part of this group. Number 6, be in constant contact with your coach. Okay. Be in constant contact with your coach. Your manager, your direct manager, it's a couple times a day, right? Throughout your demos and all that, just like you normally get coaching. Your captain should be at least once a day at the end of the day to share your stats so we can update points. Okay? You do need to do an update on your points at the end of each day. Number 7, appreciate the process and the journey. It is that. This is a journey throughout the 18 days of the push. It's not 1, it's not 5, it's not 7, it's not 10, it's 18 days. And we got to appreciate the process of that. You're typically going to have a third of your days are going to be good, a third of them are going to be average, and a third of them are going to be bad. You decide. I'm going to say it again. You decide what an average day is. Write this down in your notes. Take your goal and divide it by 15. Take your goal and divide it by 15. Okay? Take your goal and divide it by 15. Demario, your push goal, I think, is 10,000. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Divided by 15 is what? 10,000 divided by 15 is $666 a day. We're going to round that to 667.
Oh, yeah.
Demario, the reason I did 15 instead of 18 is because 3 of those days are big phoning days. Okay? Technically, it's actually 2 of them because we have 2 more Sundays than we had yesterday, but I still like 15 to get an extra day. Okay? So that your average day, Demario, is between $600 and $800. That's your kind of average day. Call it 500 to 800 in that 660 range. Okay? If it's below 500, it's a bad day. If it's above 1,000, it's a good day. Now, if you're going for 20K, just double that. Your average day is 1,300 bucks. Your bad day is below 1,000. Your good days are above 2K. You guys understand the flow here? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Number 8, have a whatever it takes attitude. Don't let anything stop you. If you don't think you have enough numbers, get the numbers today. Ask the question of how, not if. The question is how, not if. If you don't think you have enough demos on your schedule, how can you get more demos on your schedule? And who can you get support from to do that? Don't leave anything on the table. Find a way. Number 9, have discipline, determination, and persistence. Have discipline, determination, and persistence. One of the best compliments you can get from people is the persistence that you have. Man, Donovan, you were super persistent in getting this demo schedule with me. Successful people respect that and they will buy more from you because they appreciate your persistence. Number 10, know your why. You have to have this, to have the motivation to push you through the peaks and the downs in the push. You have to have a why that's driving you. Okay? You've got to have that. You might know that now, but if you don't know that yet, you've got to decide on what that's going to be. Okay? You've got to decide on what that's going to be. I want you to take a second to write that down if you already know what it is. My why for the SC2 push is blank. My why for the SC2 push is to blank. I want to make X amount for school. I want to be able to prove to my family that I was able to accomplish X. I want to build my own resume instead of somebody else's resume. I want to put myself in a position to get blank internship in the future. I want to put myself in a position to stand apart from my peers. Whatever this is. I want to hit X promotions. I want to compete. I want to win a trophy. Whatever it is, we need to decide on something. So you've got something that's pushing you and fueling you. If you haven't shared that with your manager, make sure you get that out to them. Some people have some phenomenal whys. They've got some drivers, some chips on their shoulder. Right? Give an example. We've had people before, hey, my why is blank. And it was the reason that somebody else was not able to have a successful SC2 push. Okay? My why is I want to get a flight to go to Germany to see my spouse that's on a base in the military or Navy or whatever that I haven't been able to see for the last 2 years. That's a pretty strong why. We had somebody this year choose not to be on the alliance because of that. When I think the alliance would given her the income to be able to purchase the ticket, but that's okay. That's her choice, right? So we make these decisions on what, decide what your why is going to be. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that I want you to come back to, and we're going to finish with this. 1, jot these questions down for journal. Come back to them later. Okay. What habits do you want to have during the SC2 push? What are going to be your daily habits? How are you going to describe your habits at the end of the push? What are your habits going to be like? How are you going to describe those habits at the end of the push? Number 2, your why, I already covered. But I want you to follow that up with what is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear for the push? What could prevent you? What could hold you back possibly? Follow that up with what do you need to do to make sure that that fear does not get in the way? How can you exercise your muscle of your brain to train yourself to not allow that to get in the way? Will you allow yourself to fail when it gets hard? Decide that now, because it's not that hard yet. So decide that now. What will you say to yourself when you're not enacting the mindset that you want to have or acting in the way in accordance with the habits that you want to have? What will you say to yourself? Share that with your manager so that your manager can re-speak it to you. I recommend voice recording it so that you can replay it to yourself. Okay? I'm not saying this should be your one, but we had yeah, I've done this before many, many years over the 18 years. One last year I got what was sent to me was don't be a bitch. And it was sent to me and I just repeated this back and over and over to this representative. I just sent it back. I didn't have to say it. because the rep said it to himself. And so all I need to do was send it when he was being that way. When he was being a little soft, I just resent it to him and he said it to himself. Okay, last thing before we start on our phoning, I want you to jot down your big three. Hold up a three for me. I want you to jot down your big three for the day. Your big three for the day. These are three things that you're going to make sure are accomplished. These are three things that you're not going to bed tonight until these three things are done. What are your three objectives for the day? For example, I'm going to sell blank amount of CPO. I'm going to book X amount of appointments. I'm going to generate X amount of recommendations. Those would be three very simple big threes that you could create. Okay. So, what are your big three for the day? What are your focuses as you go into the day? And I would challenge you to post those as you write them out. I want you to go ahead and post those on our alliance groups. Do me a favor and post them to your small teams and your full alliance group. So what are your big three for the day? What are your big three for the day? Post those on the big group, on the alliance group, on the WhatsApp, and then also post them to your small teams. We'd love to get some chatter going on in there and get ready to rock and roll. As you are posting those, we are going to transition into phoning. Our mission each morning is to make 20 phone calls and book 2 demos each morning.